Jessie, welcome to my channel. Today I created this semi-cut crease brown smoky eye paired with a brown glossy lip. For anybody new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you want to learn how to do this look, then just keep on watching. To start off with, I'm going to go ahead and conceal my eyelids with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Light Medium. I'm going to use my Beauty Blender to blend that all in. I really like to use my tape shape concealer for this because it really just covers all the discolorations on my eyelids. To set that, I'm going to use my Laura Mercier translucent powder. When you set your concealer, it really helps just to make the eyeshadows that you place on top blend easier. To do this look today, I'm going to be using my Modern Renaissance palette. I will be using more of the neutral shades in here. First, I'm going to take this color Raw Sienna as my transition shade. I'm going to use that on a Morphe 504 brush. And I'm really just going to place this all over my eyelid, going back and forth and then blending it out in circular motion. Next, I'm going to use the shade Burnt Orange here. And I'm going to use that same brush. And I'm just going to place that a little lower than I did the first color, doing the same exact motion, sweeping it back and forth, and then using circular motions to blend it out. The transition shade just makes everything blend out easier for the other colors. Then I'm going to go ahead and take a clean blending brush and blend those two colors together. Next, I'm going to take this shade Rogar here. I'm going to use a Morphe 433 brush for this. And I'm just going to place it even lower than I did that last color and just really focus it on the end and then right in my crease. You really just want to add more colors so you can get more of a gradient effect. Next, I'm going to take this Cypress Umber brown shade here. I'm going to take that on an M506 brush. It's a little small tapered brush. You use black or browns, you really just want to use a little bit and then add more as you go, because if you put on too much, then it ruins your whole eye look and then you can't really go back because you have all this black or brown over you. So it's better just to start off slow and then add more as you go. Again, I'm going to take that on my outer corner of my eye and then I want to slowly drag that color in. Then I go ahead and add some more to my brush and go ahead and do that same thing to intensify it. I'm going to go back to the M433 brush and just really blend those two colors together. Next, I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease. I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer for that. And I'm going to use this tiny detail brush. This is the Morphe 213. I love using small detail brushes for this because it really makes it easier to make that sharp line. I just take some from the side of the cap and I place all the concealer right at the base of my eyelid. You can either look up or down and that concealer from the base is going to transfer to the top of your lid and then that's where you're going to want to cut your crease. I personally like doing cut creases because it makes your eye look much more polished. It really just elevates your eye look. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this concealer all the way to my inner corner and then fill the whole eyelid with concealer. You really just want to pat the concealer into your eyelid instead of swiping. At first, doing a cut crease is going to be really hard unless you practice. I think with any eye look, any makeup technique, you're going to have to practice and try it on yourself, figure out what you like on your eye shape because every eye shape is different. Because I guarantee you the first time it's not gonna look perfect, because I know when I first tried to do my first cut crease it did not look right at all, but as I kept practicing it kept getting better and better and then I finally got it down. And that's how you're gonna really get your cut crease the way you want it, is when you practice. So next I'm going to take this shade Primavera here on my finger. I'm just going to pat that right over my concealer. I'm going to use this Morphe 167 brush. It's a flat shader brush. This will really help me get close to that line there. I'm going to go back to that Morphe 506 brush I'm gonna take that Cypress Umber shade again, and I'm gonna really blend the gold shade and that brown shade together. You're gonna want to lightly pat your brush over those two shades to really make them blend together. Just gonna go back to that flat shader brush and use that shimmer shade to pack it over one more time. For my eyeliner, I'm going to use my Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in Micro Tip. So I'm going to start at the end here. Go ahead and drag my line all the way in. And then I'm just going to drag it across my eye. And then start from the inner corner and then go back to that line that I made. And I like to do more of a thicker wing just because it helps cover my lash band. With a makeup wipe, I'm going to go ahead and clean up any fallout and sharpen up my eyeliner. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put on some mascara. Before I do that, I'm going to curl my eyelashes. For mascara, I'm going to use my L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. For my eyelashes, I'm going to use my Lily Lashes. This is in the style Luxe. Lily Lashes are honestly my favorite lashes to use. For eyelash glue, I'm going to use my House of Lashes eyelash adhesive. So I put about that much glue on there and then I let it dry for about 30 to 40 seconds before I put it on my eye. I'm going to put the shorter lashes on the inner corner and the longer lashes on the outside. I'm just going to place that right in the center. And then I'm going to place the end on the outer corner and then just push the inner corner onto my eye. Then I just pinch my real lashes and the fake lashes together. Then you kind of just want to push them up so when you look straight you get the full effect of the eyelash. For Lily Lashes, you can use their lashes up to 20 to 25 times, and that's literally true because I've had my Miami lashes and I've probably worn them about 15 times already, and they're still in good shape. I'm going to use this Too Faced Perfect Eye Waterproof Eyeliner, and I'm just going to go ahead and tight line my upper lash line. Doing that really irritates your eyes, but what that's going to do, it's going to cover that white line there. It's going to make your false lashes kind of blend in with your real lashes. Moving on to my face, I already moisturized my skin, so I'm going to go ahead and put some primer on. I'm going to use this Dr. Bryant Pores No More primer. This primer claims to minimize the appearance of pores. It also mattifies your skin and absorbs any oils. For foundation, I'm going to use my Clinique Beyond Foundation Plus Concealer Foundation. This is in the shade Golden Neutral. This is one of my holy grail foundations. I really love this one. It gives the skin such a flawless look. This foundation really goes well with my oily skin. And I'm going to take a wet beauty blender. I'm going to go ahead and pounce that into my skin. For concealer, I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This is in the shade Natural Beige. I'm going to place that underneath both of my eyes, and I like to drag it down the sides of my nose. I'm going to go ahead and take that above my lip, my chin, down the center of my nose, and then also on my forehead. And then I'm just going to go ahead and dab that in with my beauty blender. The lighter you have your concealer in, the more coverage you're going to get out of it. To set my whole face, I'm going to use this Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder. Of course, we're going to go ahead and blend out any concealer that's creased before I set my under eyes. just gonna really pack it into my skin so I can't see it anymore. Now that my face is one even skin tone, I'm gonna go ahead and add some dimension with some bronzer. I'm gonna use my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Medium Deep Matte Bronzer. I'm gonna take this on a Morphe 347 brush. If you don't know exactly where you wanna place your bronzer, you're gonna look at the top of your ear and it's kind of slanted down, and that's where you're gonna wanna place your bronzer. Just really going in circular motions and taking your time to blend it out. Then I like to place that all over my forehead, really heavily on my temples. Gonna place that on my jawline as well. And then since I have more of a rounder face, I'm gonna put bronzer here to make me look a little bit more slimmer. Next, I'm gonna take my Milani Soleil bronzer on this big fluffy Ulta brush, and I'm just gonna place that all over where I place my bronzer to give my face more of a glow. And doing this just gives your face more of a dimension instead of having just a matte bronzer and making it look so flat. For blush, I'm gonna use my Amazonian Clay blush palette. I'm gonna use this shade here, Angelic. I'm gonna use this on my Ulta blush brush. Just gonna smile and pop that on the apples of my cheeks. And I like to bring it back a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and use that same powder to clean up my bronzer. I'm gonna go ahead and contour my nose with this medium angled shading brush by Luxie. I'm gonna use that same shade that I used to bronze my face. Just starting at the end of my eyebrow and bringing it all the way towards the end of my nose. Using that powder again and just going straight down on the sides of my nose to even make it more defined. Then I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and dust all of that powder off. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my under eye. I'm going to start with that same shade that we started off with, Raw Sienna, on a E18 brush. It's like a more of a larger pencil brush. When you're doing your lower lash line, it's pretty much doing the same thing that you did to the top. Next, I'm going to go into burnt orange on that same brush. Next, I'm going to go into the shade Real Gar on an even smaller pencil brush. This is the E36. And I'm going to place this even closer to my lash line. Next, I'm going to take Cypress on that same brush. I'm going to only place that color on the outer half, just about halfway. For eyeliner on my lower lash line, I'm going to use this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide on Eye Pencil. I'm going to use that same mascara that I did earlier on my lower lashes. To brighten up my under eyes, I'm going to use this Kat Von D Lock-It Brightening Powder in the shade Petal. I'm going to use that on a Real Techniques setting brush. I'm just going to lightly sweep that underneath my eye. And I'm also going to take that on the center of my face. For lip liner, I'm going to use this MAC lip pencil in the color Chestnut. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my lip as well. For lip gloss, I'm going to use this Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine in the color 1993. I'm going to go ahead and set my face with the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray. I'm going to give it a good shake. The setting spray just really locks in your makeup, and the De-Slick one just helps you from getting oily throughout the day. For highlighter, I'm going to use my Anastasia Glow Kit, and I'm going to use the shades Summer and Bronze and mix them together. I'm going to use a Morphe 501 brush. I'm just going to place it on the high points of my cheeks. I'm going to use a little tiny fluffy brush. I'm going to take the shade Summer, and I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose, and also pop that in my inner corner, and also on my brow bone. I'm going to set my eyebrows with some Benefit Ready Set Brow Gel. I'm going to spray one more time to melt the highlighter into my skin, and this is the final look here.